Hello, and welcome to the first episode of the NAmen Podcast. I'm Delfino, your host for today, and I'm joined by Arsh, Elaine, Maxi, and Andrea. NAmen is a fan-made podcast where we'll try to talk about more of the fan perspective on things. We'll still talk about gameplay and analysis, but as big fans of the LCS ourselves, we also want to talk about our favorite players and teams. We come from all different backgrounds, so we hope our different perspective on things will be entertaining for everyone listening. As I said before, I'm Delfino. I go by she, they pronouns. My favorite team is 100 Thieves, and my favorite players are Closer and Someday.
Yeah, I'm Arsh. I'm an intern at Dig. My favorite team is probably Cloud9. That's still in the playoffs. And my favorite players, I'd say, I don't know, Blabber and Fudge.
I'm Elaine. I go by she, her pronouns. My favorite team is EG and 100T. And my favorite players are Jojo Pyun, Huhi, and Inspired.
My name is Maxine, and my pronouns are she, her, he, him. I'm kind of like the resident T1 fan here with a bunch of LCS fans. My favorite team is EG. I don't really have a particular favorite player, and um, I'm just starting out on this. I just started watching like this summer.
My name is Andrea. I've been an LCS fan for 8 years. I am also the resident Academy nerd. I am an Evil Geniuses fan. Um, I. That's basically it.
Cool.
Okay, so what we really wanted to start talking about was roster moves and thoughts and predictions for the finals, the upcoming finals. Losers finals on Saturday between Evil Geniuses and 100 Thieves, and the winner of that to grand finals on Sunday versus Cloud9. But what we wanted to start talking about was roster moves like Kumo leaving Fly and Spica leaving TSM, which was big news recently. Spica actually went on live recently and talked about how it was the environment on TSM, particularly this year, and there were some interesting things he talked about.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think Kumo leaving Fly is kind of whatever. It's kind of to be expected. He was always kind of just mad, but TSM forcing Speak or like letting Speak leave so early is definitely interesting.
I heard like they tried upping his salary or something, and
I
then
mean,
he just declined it.
his contract was up at the end of the year, so it's not like they had much choice.
Yeah, it's
True,
just
but I
normally
think
like they don't terminate contracts early like that unless they're just completely hopeless on being able to sign the player and they don't want to bother.
yeah,
What
Papa
was
Smithy
it
kind of
that
talked about it.
what was it that Spica said in his Discord? Like they only offered me like 100K above my current salary or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean
Spica's such a leaker.
Spico's probably on his like he was signed to TSM from like when he was not the best jungler in the LCS, you know what I mean? Right now he's MVP from last summer and he's one of the best junglers the region's seen in the last few years. So it's like he should be getting like triple what his current salary is probably based on like what it probably was when it started, and TSM basically just didn't have the funds or didn't feel like giving it to him, so
I mean, a lot of people have talked about like TSM kind of giving up on League, no? Because they're investing more into other teams. That's what I've been hearing from
yeah, I
like
mean that's
just
kind of just
general
speculation, right?
rumors.
I don't know if that's
Yeah.
Like I remember, like a bunch of people would just keep saying save Spica. So I think it's kind of inevitable that he left.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that many people really thought he was going to stay around on the org after this
Yeah, especially like, you know,
interesting deal.
without Bjerg, it's pretty clear that he really got along with Bjergsen.
So
No,
it's
but where do you think he's gonna go?
anywhere
People
but a
saying
super
TL Speaker.
team.
People saying TL
Anywhere
Speaker. So
but
many
a
people.
super team. I swear.
I hope he doesn't go on a super team.
There's been
I
a
would
lot of
cry.
rumors about. I mean, Super Team is really subjective, right? Like if this 100 Thieves roster sticks together for another year, which they won't, but if they did, they'd be a super team. It's really hard to not make a super team right now because there's so many players that are close in skill in NA. So it's like any combination of top
Yeah.
players kind of reads like a super team at the moment. So it's kind of hard to like define that. But I could see Spica going for. I mean, it's rumored that a couple orgs, like 2 or 3, are looking to sell. One definitely is gonna sell. But I mean,
Like
if
still their
those orgs
spot?
come in with a lot of LCS. LEC also had a
Wait.
few orgs looking
What
to sell.
team is definitely gonna sell, huh?
There's not a confirmation on the name, but the consensus amongst people is that like at least one org is going to be different next year. And a
But
couple other
Oh.
orgs are looking to sell their spot or looking into selling their spot.
But can you just imagine Spica and LEC?
Ew, don't make me think about
No.
that.
I think
I mean, we're talking about LEC Spica, LPL Spica,
LPL Spica.
TL Spica.
Someone mentioned FlyQuest Spica.
I could
don't
kind of see. I don't think FlyQuest has the money for Spica, but I think
Yeah, they
that
don't have money for that.
I really think because like junglers and mid laners are both the easiest and hardest to track in the off season because it's kind of like unless you're TL and you're just gonna put Bjergsen and Santorin together for no reason and then wonder why it didn't work. Like you need to find a good mid jungle duo, right? Like Bjergsen Santorin doesn't make sense. Anyone can realize that pretty quickly.
True. Actually, Spica was talking about this on his stream
Yeah.
because he said like they're two facilitators. You have to have like a carry, at least one of your mid jungle duo being a carry.
Which is why
Which is
Spica
why
and
I named
Bjergsen won a
Bjergsen
title,
as well.
right? Like
Yeah, and it feels like they had two carries, and it was like the
Reunion.
mid jungle duo did not seem good.
But like honestly, I feel like orgs won't like try to make a super team because like this year it shows that even if you make an effort to make a super team, it wouldn't work. Like look at TL and Vitality.
Both
yeah,
teams
I
not
mean
making
you
worlds.
could look at
Yeah.
it that way,
Mm.
but also Fnatic is literally it's Wunder, Razork, Humanoid, upset Hylissang. That is a
That's
super
fair.
team.
I guess that is a super team.
That is such a
They
super
weren't
team.
they like flopping though?
Also,
I don't know. I don't keep up with LEC.
Fnatic is one of the top 3 teams in the LEC right now, and they're probably going to
were
make finals. They're
flopping.
significantly better than Rogue. Yeah, I mean, sure, they were flopping, but also, like, G2 went 0-4 or 0-5 or something in the middle of the split, and now they're the strongest team in the West by far. So,
Is Gen G considered a super team?
yeah, I'd say Gen G. I mean,
Genji?
the difficulty of, like, calling Gen G a super team is, like, Chovy is on paper like a crownless king, right? Like the reason Vitality
Yeah.
was so obviously a super team is because like Perks is there, and then you got Karzi who just won 2 titles, and you got you got Selfmade at first, and you like had the weird stuff happen in the jungle, but like you very clearly got very high accolade players, and Chovy is not technically that, but if you consider like the level that Chovy most people consider him to be at, I would say that Gen G is probably a super team.
Yeah, I mean, I get like especially because Ruler and Peanut, but like I don't know. It seems just like people have talked about the Western super team curse. Like it just
Yeah, I mean,
it
the
makes
only
sense.
time it works is when Caps is on your team. Like, it's literally the only time a self-proclaimed super team has worked. Right? Like, it's just never worked otherwise.
I don't know, if you're like trying to make a so-called super team or whatever, you just have to look more at like how does the team actually work together as a team.
Yeah. Also, I heard rumors that Hansama is likely going back to EU, which makes sense, really.
Yeah, I could see Hans going back to EU. That wouldn't be that surprising. Maxi, your mic is giving feedback.
I don't know why. I'll check on that.
Okay. Well, it's not that big of a deal. But like, yeah, I think Hans going back to EU would make sense. I don't think that there's a lot of reasons for a player like him to stay. I don't think Inspired is going to stay either. I don't think that
This season?
Hey,
Really?
Really? Real?
I just don't see
For
like
even
why would
one
you
extra year?
why would you bother staying in NA? Like,
because he actually says like on stream before multiple times that he likes NA more. Like
Right.
I know
Respawn has
it's
talked
like
about it
dumb.
too.
It's like kind of wild reasons, like the weather, or it's like less boring than EU, but like it's still reasons that he would stay here.
Plus, but on the other hand, I remember he said that he liked LEC too because of the personalities there. I think he said it on stream.
I mean, like, when you think about it, like, if someone asked, hey, Inspired, how do you feel about NA? And he went, this is dog shit, I hate it here, everything sucked, like, that wouldn't be the best response, you know what I mean? I just don't see a reason why, as a player like Inspired...
I mean, someone literally asked him, like, what do you like better about, like, EU than NA or something, and he was like, nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
So funny.
it's possible. I know
And also, if
Respawn
you
has
think
talked
about it,
about how Inspired has said he wants to go, like, behind the scenes, has said he wants to go back and win trophies in LEC eventually. So I could see that being soon.
There was that.
But
and also, but if you think about it, like, he gets a lot more money, like,
Okay.
in NA.
yeah,
He
I
gets
don't know if
he
that's
gets
going to
paid
be
a lot
true
more.
anymore, though.
Oh,
However,
Yeah,
you know
'cause,
what
I
is
mean-
interesting?
So-
What is
Spica and LPN.
LPL Spica. How many
LPL
studies want to
Spica.
go
oh
there
yeah, this
before?
conversation started with Spica. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, we can just talk about whatever, right? Like, we're just talking about general
Yeah.
roster building.
Yeah.
I could see it, like, I could see Inspired staying, but also, like, orgs are not going to spend as much as they did this year, next year.
I think he's at least gonna
Yeah.
try playing with JoJo for a while, then maybe try something
Yeah,
new.
I think
with
he's
Orcs.
I think him and JoJo are a really strong mid jungle duo. Very strong.
Maybe even a top 5 mid jungle duo in the world.
Top
Am I right?
5 mid jungle duo world.
Guys, come on.
There's certainly
we
a top
cannot
5
be-
mid jungle duo in the West.
Why would you copy like this?
Yeah, Cubby getting called out.
Just,
He was
just
right.
leave him alone.
That was a
No,
banger.
he
That
was
was a
right.
banger. He's right.
Oh, let him speak his truth.
We really should. But like, I think you guys think Inspired staying like in NA like depends on his performance this weekend or like at Worlds?
Maybe. But I mean, this EG team is gonna blow up too, right? So I don't think he's gonna.
Define blow up.
Yeah, like blow. Do you mean like every man for himself, like TSM last year, or what?
I mean, Impact is probably out, right? Like that just makes sense.
Yeah,
Danny is a hit or miss on whether he's playing for next year, right? Vulcan, I could see staying on EG because he has beef with some people at C9.
does he? Oh yeah. Wait, I thought him and Sven kind of got over their thing, right?
Yeah, I know, but he left
But
C9.
Jens
It wouldn't
doesn't-
really make sense for him to go back, and so leaving an org while you have beef at one org. I mean, he's not gonna go to TSM. He's not gonna go to Team Liquid.
Of course not.
He's not gonna go to 100 Thieves. I mean, actually, that's a lie. I could see Vulcan going to 100 Thieves.
Vulcan in
Don't say that.
From like a vibes
That's not
perspective,
happening.
it
That's
kind of
not
makes it
happening. Why will
it's not
100
happening.
Thieves-
Yeah.
Why will 100 Thieves get Vulcan when they have what they
Lucio,
want to
wait,
be
they have
the next
Lucio.
Vulcan in their? There's no way.
I don't think that they're gonna
They have
promote
Lu-
Busia.
I don't
Shout
think
out
they're
to
gonna promote
Lucio.
him next year, but they truly believe him to be.
It's like
What was the quote? Delphi, you know what Papa Smithy said about him. Like if
Oh,
he's
yeah.
not the next Vulcan in the next 2 years,
Yeah.
we have failed him.
We failed
That's what
him,
he said.
yeah.
So
Papa
Yeah,
was
I
literally
agree.
like,
I
if
think
he's not the next
Busia
Vulcan,
is
we failed
incredibly
him.
talented, but I just don't. Yeah, maybe it's possible that they're not.
It's like if they
gonna
bring
get
in an
him, but-
import top laner when like they just have too much like infrastructure for especially for top end support for to bring in anyone else, in my opinion. Like maybe not maybe. I'm extremely biased, but I think like I highly doubt that 100 Thieves is willing to pay that much for Vulcan when they have such a young, literally most valuable prospect support just sitting in their system right now.
Yeah,
Who
I
they
don't know.
literally
I
brought
think that
to Chicago,
it's
by the way.
really hard to make a call about how the off season's gonna look because every org spent so much this year. EG spent a lot, 100 Thieves spent a lot, Team Liquid spent a lot.
Your mom spent a lot.
Oh
True.
my
Real, so true.
So real.
Your mom spent a lot of time in my bed.
Hey yo.
Nice.
Sorry.
Arsh is stun locked. He
Yeah,
doesn't
man,
know
this
how
is
to
just you
respond.
guys are incredible. I just any sentence can be turned around into a your mom joke. Truly an unparalleled
This isn't even the
level.
half of it.
If only we can use that one picture Delphi uses into audio.
It's
Venom
the
dunking on
dunking venom.
Spider?
Yeah. Picture it in your head.
Ah,
Okay. Um,
wait, but I am
what are your
curious though.
predictions for this week?
Wait, but I am curious though. Who do you think will stay in TL? Obviously, Core JJ, but like,
Yeah.
who else?
There's
I literally don't know.
I mean,
I don't
Bjergsen
think-
is the obvious call to stay. Because
I think if they want
despite
Spica, they have to keep Bjerg.
yeah, I mean the only reason they want Spica is because they have Bjergsen, and despite what people think, Bjergsen is still really good at League of Legends because most people can't actually watch the game, but like he is. It's hard because you don't want to replace Santorin. It feels bad replacing Santorin after he's had such a monstrous performance, like especially in Summer Split. But it's like, or like in Summer Playoffs. But it's like, why? Like getting rid of Bjergsen feels really bad because you have to pick up another player, and who are you picking up from mid that works? Jojopian? Takui?
No.
Maybe. I mean, do you think Takui stays on Fly?
If I'm Takui, I'm not trying to stay on FlyQuest.
I don't know what's gonna happen
Yeah,
to Fly, bro.
not after immediately getting out in both.
Like, consider
Playoffs.
how insane Takui must be to carry this team. Like, I like these players. I like Philip. I like Johnson. As people, I like Aframu as a person. I like Josedeodo as a person. But they're all bottom 3 or like bottom 4 in their role, probably. Takui made this team look like a top 3 team for most of the split. Like,
Top
how
3 seems
Top
exaggerating.
three.
It
for
sounds
most
really...
of the split, they
top
looked
3 is exaggerating, bro.
no, I mean
It's
they
too
looked
much.
Is
more consistent than TL
top
for a while.
5 as
Top
much.
five, top
And I
five.
think
Top 5.
I think I
Yeah.
always thought CLG had higher picks than them.
No, I agree,
Real.
right? But if we're talking
Yeah.
about most of the
CLG.
regular season, right? CLG ramped up, right? For a long time, FlyQuest was considered better than CLG. C9 looked on and
Around
off.
the same.
Were
Who
they?
was saying that, dude?
I don't
CLG
think
started
so.
like 3-0.
That was not a thing, I swear.
Okay, I mean, I think
Just in
that like
his
going
imagination.
into playoffs, when people considered FlyQuest and CLG's level, they considered them about the same. But I think earlier in the split, in the regular season, I think Fly was considered better than most of the teams in the LCS. I think Fly was considered a really good team. I was never a FlyQuest believer because I hate every team. I just hate everybody that isn't Cloud9. I'm just super biased. But
Yeah, we know.
I
Yeah, we know.
I really think like
I
Takui
mean-
is so good. This kid
Well, I
is
thought
so
you were
Takui's very
only a
good.
100 Thieves hater, actually.
That's true. I'm a 100 Thieves hater. Any 100 Thieves fans, I hate you. I hate the team
Oh.
and I hate any
Yeah,
100
I
Thieves
know.
fans.
I know.
Oh,
I
Oh,
feel
you're
it. I
gonna
feel it
be
every
canceled. You're
day.
gonna be canceled, bro.
Fight back, Delphi.
Guess what? Guess who made it to
Back.
Proving Grounds Finals? Dignitas. Guess who didn't make it to Proving Grounds Finals?
And where did
Guess who lost to
Dignitas
the
get in
same team that
LCS? Where did
100 Thieves
Dignitas
lost
get in
to?
LCS, bro?
Oh.
Okay, wow. Just because we're investing in our infrastructure, you're gonna punish us for that, Elaine?
Okay,
Wow.
Investing in
co-partner.
4
Co-partner.
previous LCS players in
Yeah,
your academy
it's-
team.
Oh, what? You think that
Jesus.
players' hands fall off at
Co-partner.
21, huh?
Arsh, you're
Oh, God.
coping.
Dude.
100 Thieves are the youngest academy roster in the entire league. They were
Oh.
younger than most amateur teams they were going against.
I didn't know that because when I went to Proving Grounds Finals, I didn't see them there, so I didn't know how old they were.
Oh,
You only don't know how old they are because
they
you're a
still
hater.
lost to the same team that 100 Thieves lost to. It's not a competition.
Yeah, but they did. They
Oh
went
my God.
1-1 in BO5.
100 Thieves. 100, huh?
Dignitas beat TL in a best 5.
Yeah, and then TL beat them in another best of 5. It's
Right, so it's
fine.
1-1.
It's fine. It's fine to cope. But I'm saying 100 Thieves Academy outsold, clears your face. your faves are flops compared to 100 Thieves Academy. Tenacity and Lucio up so.
100 Thieves
True,
Academy, I could
agree,
genuinely
agree.
see a world where 100 Thieves Academy just gets straight promoted to LCS. 100 Thieves Academy,
Yeah,
TL Academy, like
Oh, you're not
I don't know
hating?
how this offseason is gonna play out, but like there's a universe where just like a bunch of academy players end up on teams because
definitely.
the contracts that the top players are on right now are so expensive that like it fucks up the whole offseason.
Oh yeah, TL should just bring up their academy boys.
TL needs to bring up their academy team. Those boys deserve so much better than being an academy right now. I'm like, no, academy's not bad,
Whoa.
but like,
Okay. Yeah. I was
academy is
gonna
not
say.
bad, but like, they've been academy for 2 full years at this point. Like, they've proven themselves over and over and over and over and over again, and yet they just don't get promoted. It just makes me so
Okay,
upset.
because the problem is like they're being offered. I guarantee you, players like Ayla, for example, have been offered things by teams a bunch, right? Like
True.
Ayla,
Like I remember,
100% has been offered stuff, but like
I remember same thing
yeah.
with like Tenacity. Like Tenacity doesn't want to go to, well, not his words exactly, but essentially a dog water team,
Don't
right?
want to have a Kenvi moment.
Well, Kenvi said
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay on 100 Thieves because I don't want to go to a bottom LCS team because I feel
And
like
then
it
he
would just
went
ruin
to
my
a
reputation. And then he went to a bottom LCS team,
and
and then it ruined his
Yeah.
reputation.
For-
Right? So it's like
for
that's
yeah.
that's what these players are scared of. Where it's like, yeah, sure, when Golden Guardians hits up Ayla and they're like, yo, buddy,
Golden Gamers.
you want to play with
Oh.
like Lost, bro? Like, and he's like, dude, of course. And he's like, you know what I mean? Like he has to just
MP
he has to
lost.
think about like the fact that like earlier this season he was playing with Hansama and looked good. But there's no spots. Like the top teams, there's just very, very little that you can argue as like, okay, here's where we can improve this. Because there's a lot of imports. Because we've been taking all of LEC's talent. So I say we send them all back. We send all the Europeans back. And then we have so much space to bring up our good academy players.
That's
onto
true.
top
That's
teams.
true. That's
Send
true.
all the
I'm
Europeans
telling
back.
you. Hansama
Real.
out.
I want to keep
Jan
Sven.
in.
I want to keep Sven. But the rest, I'd rather watch. I love LEC. I'd rather watch Whippo in LEC than I would in LCS, because
Honestly, same.
it's
'Cause,
just
like, I don't
not.
watch LEC.
You don't watch LEC. You
Yeah,
what
that's
do
the
you mean?
point. I'd rather not watch football
Like,
at all.
I'd rather
Oh,
Takui
come on,
go
bro.
to
This
Europe.
is supposed to be about LCS, bro. No.
I'd rather Takui go to Europe than stay in LCS. I love Takui,
Really?
but like I genuinely think that if Takui goes to LEC, he is quickly
I
going to
think they're
become
like better off there.
like, you know, the
Wait.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna. Well, I was gonna bring up something about this weekend, but you can continue.
Well, I just mean that like Takui, we're like kind of halfway through, so we can switch like this weekend soon.
Yeah.
Actually, it's a good point. But what I was just gonna say is like Takui is so fucking hype, right? Like this kid is so good. Imagine like, I like our mid laners. They're good. Like Jensen is good. Abba is good. But like Abba was fine in LEC. Fine to okay to whatever, right? Imagine how good Takui would be if he got to play against Caps and Humanoid and Larson. Like,
Okay.
Now you're just
It's
being
just
an LEC fanboy.
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
that LEC's 2nd through 10th teams are that different than most
Oh.
LCS, right? But I think it's pretty clear that I want the best for Takui, and I think the best for Takui is to play against Caps every game. That's just
Okay.
facts.
Wow.
All right. Yeah. I mean,
Since we're talking about
surprisingly,
European,
But
he
okay, yeah,
brought up-
let's
he
switch
brings
this
up
weekend
Caps
because I
without
should
fail.
talk about Caps again.
can we talk about Hadithis Apadage?
Oh.
Seriously though, like you know how like
Abadaga.
Rigby went on Hotline League and talked about how Abadaga was choking like hard. Like, do you think that's like y'all think that's like something he can overcome, or like do you think it's a permanent thing, like him just perma choking, like
Never
in front of a
permanent,
crowd?
bro. I'll believe in yourself.
Maybe
I believe,
maybe he was joking because he couldn't find his Gucci tracksuit.
bro.
The green tracksuit.
Like if he
You guys-
actually comes out of the
Can I just? I'm just gonna be honest. The green on that tracksuit I prefer the EG World's Jersey green
Okay.
over the
Okay.
tracksuit.
No.
We
no,
are
that
not
would be
going to
worse.
talk
That would
about
be
the
worse.
EG jersey. We are not.
Do we want to go around and talk
jersey is
about our
later.
predictions for this weekend? Everyone
Yes,
said.
let's
we,
go
we
over
need
So,
to talk
like,
about the
Saturday
weekend.
first?
It's literally tomorrow. It's literally
Okay,
tomorrow.
Saturday. Whose predictions? Who?
Like go
Okay,
go
I'm
around.
predicting an EG. Or not. EG loses to 100 Thieves, 3-1. I think 100 Thieves will just be able to find that 5 split synergy and overcome the 1 week scrimming synergy that EG has. No offense to it. It's just an unfortunate situation.
Elaine,
Okay,
you
Arsh,
wanna
go.
next? Oh, I'll go? Okay. I think I've been going back and forth on this. It's really hard to say because I think that 100 Thieves playing at their peak that they've shown versus EG playing at the peak that they've shown get 3-0'd every time. But because of the Danny thing, it's hard. My heart is telling me that I want an EG 3-1 or 3-2. And because I'm like not sure about going for 100 Thieves 3-2 because I just don't trust their drafts and I don't trust their play. So I'm gonna say EG 3-2 as with a little bit of copium admitted in there, but I would rather see that partially. So I'm gonna go with that. Elaine?
Well, I mean, I don't know if this is a prediction or like a hopium thing, but I would like to see EG 3-2, and this is kind of like my first time rooting against 100 Thieves all year, which is kind of
Don't.
I mean, we've been over this, Delphi. Please don't tell them. Still love 100 Thieves. I'm sorry, boys. I'm really sad someone has to lose tomorrow. Sag. At least everyone's going to Worlds, but the thing, like since like play-ins is hard to get out of this year, I feel more reassured if EG could just go straight to groups, but yeah, I mean, I'm like trying to manifest the like JoJo pop off with inspired MVP performance with I don't know, Vulcan Smurfs again, the Kaori clicks with the squad, something like that. But like 100 Thieves are a really good team with great players, so it'll probably be hard. So yeah, but I'm trying to say 3-2 because I'm gonna be sad like for whoever loses. So at least hoping that it's close.
Fair enough. Maxi or Andrea?
Okay. Time and time again, every time I make a prediction, the team that I root for would kind of always lose. So I'm just gonna say a 3-2, but I won't say which team I'll be like saying. I won't say which
Holy
team.
shit!
It's not obvious
She's
at all.
a fucking genius.
Because here's the thing, I like when I watch LCK, I'd be like, oh yeah, T1 will like back in LCK finals. I was like, yeah, T1 can 3-0 this, and they got 0-3. So I'm just really scared.
Okay, to be
and
fair,
I'm just gonna say
Maxi, if you went into that LCK finals thinking, yeah, T1 3-0s this, you were wearing fucking copium goggles.
Like, no one ever was going to say that, Maxi. It's only you. Really, it was only you.
Here's the thing. Who here has the T1 related Twitter username here? Me. So I have very high hopium with T1. And I'm just really, really scared right now. So
That's
I'm just gonna say
crippling amount of copium.
I'm just gonna say 3-2 for the first game this weekend, but I won't say which team.
Yeah, we
solely
have no
because
idea.
I'm scared of jinxing EG. So I won't say
you said jinx, bro.
Alright. The name.
I'm scared of
I just
Samiraing them. Okay.
I'm like, no, like
Andrea, girl.
I just really want
Andrea?
EG to get into group stage. That's all.
I am contractually obligated to say EG3O, and I just would like to say that also not only because it's EG, but also I am the resident Evil Geniuses Academy standing here, and I gotta say I just gotta root for my boy Kaori, who just He's an absolute smurf, and I know he's gonna smurf this weekend, and he's gonna trio. That's all.
Do you think?
True.
Uh-huh.
What do you think Kaori's like strength is as a player? Andrea.
Okay. I mean, he's really good at being played through.
So like early game, like laning phase time.
It's really hard for me to talk about Kaori because he played with a support that was a support that was promoted from amateur during the first split of academy, and then in the second split of academy he played with Smoothie, who was playing from Canada on like a million ping. So their laning phase looked really sus, but you know how hard it is to place that.
Yeah.
It's
But
really hard.
Did they play through him anyway during lane, or did they like let him scale? And it was like a late game thing.
During the last few weeks, during the second half of the summer split, definitely EG switched a lot into sending Tomio to level 3 gank bot, and they were trying to get an advantage from Soligo roaming bot 2. So it was basically giving Kaori an advantage, and he is really good with being played through. He also got a lot of Kalista bans, so you know how important Kalista Prio is right now. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's almost like the opposite of Danny, right? Like Danny, one of the things that people were criticizing him for was that like it was really hard for EG to play the draft against C9 because they had to ban Kalista every game on red and blue because Danny couldn't play it. But now, assuming they make it to facing C9, it's a little bit. That's partially why I'm rooting for EG, because it's like if 100 Thieves makes it to face C9, it's just gonna be a really boring 3-0. You know what I mean? Because we've already seen it.
What are you saying, bro?
But
Don't say that.
we just saw it happen. What do you mean?
It was not a
3-0. It was a
3-1.
3-1.
It was a
And it
3-1.
shouldn't have been a 3-1.
Did you watch the game?
I did.
It should have been less.
In fact.
Did you watch the game
No,
that C9 lost?
They shouldn't have lost. They shouldn't have lost the first game, bro.
Let's be real.
They had no reason to lose game 1. They literally just let an Orianna walk into their base, take the inhib tower. The
Don't
inhib,
talk about
both
that
next to
series.
towers.
That game shouldn't have been a loss for 100 Thieves.
No, it should have been. It should have been a 5-game series. I'm gonna be really honest here.
Dude, game 2, by that same whatever. Game 2 was just as illegal of a win for 100 Thieves. Anyways, C9's macro call there, like. If Jensen just kills Poppy, he gets the Nexus without being low HP at all. Like, Sivir can't approach Ori if Poppy is dead. And Poppy should be dead, Jensen just didn't notice. Right? Like...
Anyway. We can have our disagreements about that series.
I mean, but then I'm almost wanting 100 Thieves to win, because I can't wait to watch C9
He's a
3-0
known 100 Thieves hater and C9 fanboy. It's very obvious.
Dude,
oh my god!
You're
the biggest 100 Thieves hater I've ever seen in my whole life. Okay.
Okay, from the beginning of playoffs, I said C9 are good and 100 Thieves are not good.
Yeah.
Where's 100 Thieves right now, and where's C9 right now?
They're both in Worlds, bro.
They're both at Worlds.
One of them's going to play-ins.
Wow.
One of them's going to play-ins, and it's not
Top
C9.
3 must be such a terrible team. I cannot imagine.
Okay, if EG were playing with Danny, do you seriously think 100 Thieves are favored against EG?
I don't know if they're favored, but I have them winning.
No, I don't think so, but
they're not favored at all. Actually,
that's because EG at peak is like so good, but like
right.
Yeah,
so that's
EG
what I'm saying.
that doesn't mean 100 Thieves
100
sucks,
Thieves came in.
right?
No, I don't think 100 Thieves sucks. I just don't think that they're the best team.
You just said it.
I said they're not that good, right? Like they came in.
You said they're not good. Bro.
I said they're not that good.
So...
Okay, if you think 100 Thieves came in as as first, second seed, right? All split. They're top of the ranks, right? And it's the question was always EG or 100 Thieves for the title, right? And my thing was always it's not EG or 100 Thieves, because in my opinion,
I never thought the title was uncontested either. It's just like I'm pretty sure Vulcan said from his own mouth that 100 Thieves had a better time against C9 than EG did.
Right. And as we know, EG were not exactly playing at peak for the last few weeks. We're talking about
And you
EG
think
at
they're
peak.
going to be better at peak than... Okay, EG at peak obviously would take the
peak.
title, in my opinion. Or they're very, very highly contested by like C9 for the title. But EG's not in form, so we have to work with EG not in form.
Agreed,
not
right?
in
But
peak form,
I'm
not
saying
with their
that
best player.
you're saying that like, wait, you think Danny's their best player?
No, I said not like not with their best ADC.
He is
Like,
their best
not with their-
ADC.
I said playing
Yeah.
not with their best ADC.
I don't know. I'm excited though. I think that
I'm excited
the
to watch
series are
Power
really
Rant
good.
stage.
If you guys, we should all go do like
I
what your
am
matchup to
nervous.
watch is for the both series.
Like player wise?
Mid lane.
Yeah, mid lane and both.
Mid lane.
With
Mid
100
lane.
Thieves EG.
Yeah, because,
Are you serious?
bro? Dude,
Do you not
are you
remember the
dude,
JoJo Abadaga
do you
argument?
not the what argument? Sorry, the what argument?
Oh.
The JoJo Abadaga argument.
Yeah, dude.
He
Wait, I
doesn't
mean, not
know,
the, not
guys,
our
he doesn't
fake.
know.
Me and Delphi once had a fake argument on Twitter about JoJo versus
Oh,
Abadaga,
yeah.
and then JoJo got clapped. But
Yeah.
we're not gonna talk.
So-
We're not
It
gonna
was-
talk about
it
that.
was
And you
so
can-
funny
I'm
because-
sure you can find it if you try, but like.
It was like Elaine literally cursed JoJo because Aberdeen had been
Literally.
playing like so bad, and then
Yeah, it was like week 5. He had not been playing well.
and then JoJo and then Elaine goes and starts trash talking Aberdeen, and suddenly he turns
Was it
into
I don't even think Abadage
like
is bad. I
Abadage.
just think
Abadage.
that like JoJo is the best player in
and
the league
destroys
right now.
JoJo, and it was really
Wait, but
sad.
the reason I said mid lane, this should not be surprising, bro. I'm literally like the number one JoJo Pyun stan. It's in my name, bro.
Fair
like,
enough.
I'm just here to watch JoJo, bro.
I guess Delphi's gonna say top lane.
No JoJo,
No,
no,
I'm not gonna
Elaine,
pick
I
up
guess.
Wanna- Someday, no jungle.
saying
You want to see
jungle.
closer?
I'm saying jungle purely because I think Inspired has not been playing that well, and I think if they both are playing at their best, it'll be a very interesting matchup to watch. Because despite how much like they kind of talk trash about each other, they really respect each other, and I want to see how they play because of that like previous knowledge of each other.
The problem is
Mid lane is very fun to watch though.
100 Thieves.
No, it's also the mid lane matchup where Abadaga was like, "Hey, JoJo Pyun, you have a cute smile, so at least let me have the win on the rift."
True.
And then he let him have the win. So I need
Wow.
to see more like
if you just
banger
compliment JoJo, he'll let you win.
interactions.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I need
we
to see
learned
more like
that today.
banger, like
Wow.
pre-game, like. I need to interview Abadaga pre-game again. Like, hey,
Yes,
you got
please.
any more words for JoJo?
I just don't
this,
get
time
like
this time he's like, hey, I liked your new haircut.
And then JoJo just like blushes so hard he forgets
Turns
how
it
to play
down.
the game.
yeah
JoJo
that might
runs
actually
down.
be the only way that Abba can beat JoJo right now.
Because
I
JoJo's
remember
like a
Inspired
cutest
said
first,
that
am I right?
JoJo's a shy boy, so I guess they'll use
Oh,
that
yeah.
to their advantage.
I mean,
True.
JoJo is
Exploit
he's
JoJo's
just the
weakness.
best player in the league. Like it's actually
Real,
a little
real.
crazy.
Still,
Fortnite
Oh,
for the
indeed.
win.
Fortnite.
I mean, it's a perm buff too. Like
He's the
he
best
got new
Fortnite and
perm.
League player in the LCS.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of based. Also, like
True,
the
wait,
best boy
come
in the
on.
LCS. Like the best
No,
smile,
that's someday. I'm sorry.
haircut. Best,
No.
This
Okay,
is,
best haircut yet.
Twitter account.
On stream one time, Spica said that he
Voice.
played Fortnite a couple of times, and then chat asked him if he wanted to play against JoJo Pyun, and he said no, he's too good or something like that.
Speaking
that would
knows.
make
Speaking knows what's
sense.
up. Maxi, Andrea, what are
JoJo
your
would clap
most
the whole LCS in Fortnite, so
true?
you should just
What
throw
are you guys'
all
most,
of every single LCS player into a Fortnite game, and JoJo would probably win. So
He
Not the
can
battle
like
royale.
Yeah, that's how
1v
Fortnite
he can,
works,
like,
Elaine.
1v9 it or something.
That's Elaine. That's how Fortnite works. You put a
It's
bunch
a
of
battle royale.
that would actually I might DM someone at LCS about that. That's actually a fucking banger content idea.
that's what. Yeah. I just
Everyone
thought of
in
it
the
right now. Like
LCS
that would be really
Everyone
funny.
in LCS and Academy, so all 100 players, because there's 100 people
Oh
that
yes,
in Fortnite.
yes, all 100.
All
players,
100
yeah.
players play Fortnite.
Somehow not even sure if JoJo would win at that point, just because of like odds. Like, is he that good? But
I mean,
maybe
yeah,
he is that good.
yes, that's how Fortnite works. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure,
Fortnite
based
is
on
pretty
the
skill expressive.
Fortnite
Exactly.
skill of, I could probably get like top 10, and I haven't touched Fortnite because they just don't play FPSs. But I think it'd be really good content.
Hey,
That sounds funny
LCS,
as
are you
fuck.
listening? This content.
Yeah, of course, guys. Hi, all of LCS staff. I know LCS Finals is happening right now, but you guys are obviously watching this right now.
Definitely.
So
Hopefully, we got everyone
Get that Fortnite
tuning into
idea
this
in.
really.
get that
Podcast.
idea in for the beginning of next year. It works out perfectly. 50 plus 50.
I know you
Wait,
got
didn't
that
we have like an
notepad,
actual
write that
topic we were talking
down.
about?
Nah.
Like,
Podcasts
Yeah.
are more fun when you meander, you know?
Could have
okay,
like JoJo
true, but
like
I want to
coaching
hear
his
Maxi
team,
and Andrea's
like coaching his team in
Oh
Fortnite.
yeah, matchups to watch, Maxi and Andrea.
matchups to watch for Maxi and Andrea.
For me, okay. With every single game that I watch, I mainly focus on bot lane. Solely because the most I know about the game is only around bot lane. So that's plus I'm excited to see how Kaori would play with the team. So yeah.
I am very biased, and of course, I am going to say the same thing. I am very interested in seeing how Kaori performs. FBI and Huhi are not an easy matchup for it to be your first LCS game, so it's gonna be fun to watch, and I hope he can put up a good performance because obviously I would love to see Kaori in LCS next year. So I hope he can prove that he deserves to be there.
It's hard for me because I agree that FBI and Huhi are good, but it's like they went down 30 CS with Lucian Nami into like, what was it, like Zeri or Sivir?
It was Sivir Lulu maybe?
Yeah, something like that. Basically, it was Berserker playing either Sivir or Zeri with Cull,
It was Zeri. If it was Berserker, it was Zeri.
and he went up 30 CS into FBI Huhi's Lucian Nami, and I was like, what?
Yeah,
I
that
don't
game
think
was a little
Lucian
I
bit
mean,
Nami is
they're
that strong
normally
anymore.
okay. I feel like normally
Lucian Nami does not go
is
good.
fine, but like
It's
that
just
one
not that
game was
strong
really
anymore.
scuffed.
Lucian Nami
I think-
is good. I mean, they nerfed it on the patch, but they're still playing on playoffs patch. On playoffs patch, it's still as good as it was. It's just in the West they can't really play it.
No, it's
Yes, I
just people
agree.
learned how to counter it. No, like it's been a thing since Spring Split. Nothing stays that powerful forever.
I mean,
Like,
it's
people
still
learn
it
how to
was
play
still
into it.
strong in
Zeri,
Eastern regions.
however,
It was still strong in Eastern regions. It looks fine when players who can pilot it play it. Like Upset played it last weekend, and it was fucking psycho.
Yeah, but I'm
looked-
saying like people used to just pick it as the lane dominant
Yeah,
lane, and
I agree. I
don't think it's the lane dominant lane
Well,
anymore.
because Kalista and Draven aren't. But like, it shouldn't.
Yeah,
It should still dominate lane against
True.
Zeri, just no matter
but
what.
to be fair, you're also playing against Berserker.
Yeah, so it's a question of like maybe FEA and Huhi are still good. It's just that Berserker and Sven are just so much better. Or
I think
Kaori can come in and actually diff FBI and Huhi, because I don't think that FBI and Huhi have had nearly as good of a split as you would expect from players of their caliber. So I think it is
Yeah,
possible,
I
but it's
agree.
hard to tell because they haven't played that much, right?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like FBI and Huhi have been very frustrating for me to watch the split because
Really?
recently Miss Obsessed 100 Thieves fan went back and watched the entire playoffs run from 100 Thieves the spring or summer 2021 and
Very obsessed.
and like watching them play and then watching them play like this year is like it's not disappointing necessarily, but it is disappointing. It's like
just like they look like different players.
they kind of do. Like, I mean, FBI was and Huhi were uncontested the best spot lane last year. Like,
Right.
tactical core, no. Even like Danny and Ignar, no. Like, it was FBI and Huhi. You asked almost anybody, FBI and Huhi was going to be at the top of their list. It's just this year, it feels like they're like a third, fourth place bot lane instead of being like the uncontested first place that they were last year. Just because more bot lanes in the LCS, you bring in Berserker, you bring in Danny with a really good support, like you can't really be uncontested anymore. And I think they haven't risen to the level where they can contest Berserker and Sven as like the best bot lane in the LCS. That's just my opinion though.
I guess I didn't really realize it was that drastic of a difference because I wasn't like watching last year, so they were just like that Gigasurf or something.
They were just, I mean, the rest of the
They
LCS
were-
just looked a lot worse than them, to be honest.
True.
Okay.
But
Like, when
they were good. Like they
When
were
they
good.
went
Right,
internationally,
way
they
to be
looked like
negative.
about where the best LCS bot lane should be. They looked maybe a little bit better, but like it was just like our bot lanes were like not performing the way they should have been. I think like Afro did not have the best year, which is like Afro's usually on the bot lane that plays spoiler. Like this time we have Luger Poom, who are also really good and kind of playing at that edge of that top 3. There's just a lot more happening in a lot more roles this year, but like especially bot lane. It's entirely possible that FBI and Huhi are just as good as they were last year, and everyone just got better. And I think that's probably what happened.
That's part of it too.
I mean, it feels kind of weird because like I really like Huhi, but like just tomorrow, unfortunately, I have to cheer against him for once in my life. It feels weird. I'm like, so I'm actually trying to ask Huhi to in or what? Like,
wow.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
bro, Huhi would do that anyway. Don't worry.
Oh no.
I can't even talk to you, Elaine.
Someone tag Huhi now.
Wait.
I don't know. Just generally, I think that like
How about Huhi
the matchup
pops
is really
off,
interesting.
but they still lose. How about that?
Wow, you're putting on the rest of the team's downfall now.
Oh wait, actually,
I think I
have a good.
I'm asking.
Wait, I think I have a good ending
JoJo's
topic
gonna
because we're like 10 minutes away, and like we haven't really talked about like, because it's hard to talk about the Sunday matchup, like the finals, without knowing who's going there. But I think Mark said this on the dive, where he said C9 have the best player in every role.
No.
We could kind of talk about that. I don't know if it's true, but it's kind of interesting to talk about like who is better where, you know?
Okay, no. They're saying Delphi's saying that our real last topic is gonna be the Chicago teasers.
The Chicago teasers. I guess we can skip. Yeah,
just want to talk about Closer
finals.
being hot. All right, go.
Okay,
Delphi, go, Delphi.
all right. Now, hear me out.
Go.
There is a reason they chose him to be in every single teaser, okay? And all the pictures and all the videos, the talking video, their music video, their little Rain video. There's a reason they chose him to be in all that, okay? Like, we understand that Closer is like the leader of the team, but he's also hot, he's charismatic, he's a good leader, he brings everybody together in a way that nearly nobody else in the LCS has the charisma to do, okay? Like, he understands what he wants. He's so good at social media. He has all of his social medias cleaned up. Like, he has his Twitter cleaned up. He has his Instagram cleaned up. He literally has other players in the scenes copying the way he does his Instagram, which is so cool to me because I think social media management is a really, really good skill to have. And I also think he's very handsome. Yes, as a player.
Okay, you already said 100%. That one.
Okay. And I also think he is very handsome, and I think he had
said that 3 times now, just so we're clear.
Stop hating.
In the last 1 minute.
And I think he's very handsome.
Just let there be. Go on, Delphi.
And I think he's very handsome.
Okay, it's 4.
He is very eloquent in the way he talks. It's actually like insane to me how like somebody who learned English and who came to the US 3 years ago, like he talks that well. You can see it in his voice comms. How he leads his team.
He didn't learn English 3 years ago, but yeah.
No, I know he didn't learn English 3 years ago, but he went into a majority English environment 3 years ago, and he became one of the most eloquent, one of the best speaking players in the LCS, despite not speaking English as his first language, because he just was so naturally eloquent and had such good leadership.
He's a real top G. I would say really impressive.
Say it, bro.
He's been really impressive.
Are we allowed to say
it? He's really hustled his way to the top of the LCS. He could start a school about hustling to the top of the LCS.
I feel like
a university, even.
They're not gonna have content.
Yeah.
So true.
A university about hustling. He could probably start that, like how to hustle to the top.
You know what? I'm done. Somebody else go off. Elaine, talk about JoJo or something. Don't talk to me again.
No, I would like to.
Wasn't even there much in the teaser. It was like a clip.
Yeah, the teaser was really nice visually. Like, I really enjoyed that they let them use.
Say that.
I really enjoyed that they dressed them up in casual clothes instead of having the
absolutely.
team jerseys.
I love Vulcans.
I think and their outfits they chose for them were really clean.
I follow the person who does their styling. I'm trying to remember their name.
They're a Smurf, by the way. Absolute
Smurf.
Smurf. Crazy Smurf.
It
Wait,
was
can
a
I
real
just say-
smurf.
I
from
mean,
them.
Vulcan looked beautiful. That's all I have to say. I mean, closer
Wait,
to, yeah.
Wait, can I just say? I was going to Instagram and then I saw their post for the teaser. So it's like their individual pictures and then the trophy.
Yeah, I saw
Vulcan's
that.
picture looks so good. It made the others look kinda
No,
normal
don't say
because
that.
like
Don't
no
say
no
that.
no. Here's the thing. The
Picture?
lighting in Vulcan's picture was
Vulcan?
insane
Yeah, Vulcan
True.
looked
compared to the
beautiful.
other
I mean,
photos. I'm like, hey,
Also-
that's kind of unfair.
Yeah, I also, okay, in a less unhinged rant, I have been rather critical on 100 Thieves for not really doing anything with the LCS team as compared to the Valorant team. And I'm really glad they had like the teaser, they had lots of teaser participation, and they also had the new photo shoot, which was really, really nice. Had them dressed up in not jerseys for once, which was
Wait, what photo shoot?
the one they posted on Twitter yesterday, I think.
oh yeah,
you can
I
just
saw that.
you can see my messages.
He
and
wouldn't
my
know
tweets
because
about
he's
it.
a hater, but yeah.
Yeah,
True,
I
but-
actually have
yeah,
I
think-
have 100 Thieves blocked on every social media platform. Just because when
Of course,
I
of course.
think about them, my blood just gets a boiling, you know. And I'm like, ah.
But anyway, I just want to
Arsh
say I'm really
has,
glad. I'm really glad that they're actually doing things with their LCS team, because even though I love their Valorant team, it's just really hard to watch like their championship roster just go unappreciated. Like no content, no, like before, like 3 weeks ago, no
Oh,
voice
that's
comms,
actually
no
so
pictures.
sad because like,
It's so
where's the
depressing.
heist, bro? Where is the
So
heist?
sad.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
I'm really
it's,
glad they've started to do
it's
stuff
kind of
like that
hard for
again.
them to do content when they fired everybody. Who's
Yeah.
gonna make the content?
What's with that? I mean, maybe just don't fire everybody.
True,
That's a
I
great
guess.
idea. You should work at 100
Yeah.
Thieves and let them know. I don't know if they thought of that.
yeah,
You should
I
work
know.
for
I
them.
think they call me a genius.
All right,
Evil
anyone
genius.
else want to rant about somebody before we close it out?
I just want to say I really like how they added the trash talk in the teaser. I really enjoyed that trash talk, especially Fudge. Fudge's
Oh,
trash
yeah,
talk there
I
was
mean,
really, really
I mean,
good.
it was really good. Yeah. I mean, I was kind of sad that the other teaser didn't really have EG in it because they didn't know who was gonna be the third team. So I'm like in EG drought, but
There should be.
I need-
I would be
I need
surprised
some
if there wasn't a
banger-
teaser coming out that had more of an EG incorporation. I guess there was
I
the
hope so.
there was the one that we were just talking about. By the way, the song choice for that
But-
was
I know, but they
fucking
only picked like 3
incredible.
players, so
Yeah. You just want to
Yeah.
see JoJo Pian?
I
Me too.
mean, like unsurprisingly, stop calling me out.
Can I just say, with every single like league esports related teaser video, I'm just very thankful that they don't add, that gesture that they kept making the players do in Worlds 2021, where they were just like rubbing their hands together. I do not want to see that ever
I think
again.
it was because it was like because of the old like. I think what happens is like the people who tell them what to do, like just see the most popular clips of players doing stuff, and it's like there's like the faker one where he like does the hand thing, like Caps has the clap, and so like for a while, like a lot of
You know who
LEC
else did a
teasers
clap?
had the clap.
Amadon.
It's a meta.
Uh,
It's the.
Well,
the
sorry, they did not
poster.
have the clap. They did a clap motion, very different. Someone out there gets that, and it was very funny. But
I don't get it.
yeah, I
don't
didn't
get
expect
it.
you to. It's a funny joke.
All
about,
right.
it's a funny joke. Regardless,
Okay.
we're heading up on an hour here. Do we want to
Oh,
sign
Yeah.
out?
Oh, you guys want to do outros?
What
Wow.
is the outro?
I don't know.
what
We have
the
to
outro is.
pioneer something right now on our feet.
All right.
Improvise.
What?
I think this is a very lovely discussion about the LCS and also certain things around the LCS, like visuals and
Yeah, we
teasers
talked.
and
We
content.
talked more
Like,
about how
cute-
handsome
cuties.
Closer is than we did about Cloud9.
Cuties? Oh, we
So-
didn't
How
talk
many
Yes.
enough
guys did
about
you
how
see
cute
handsome?
Deserved.
We did not talk enough about how I didn't think JoJo could get any cuter than he already was, and then he pulled up with his new perm.
Right. Okay. So the next episode is actually just gonna be Elaine talking about JoJo Pian.
Yeah.
yeah,
hour,
I had
yeah.
my moment with
None
Closer.
of us
Elaine
is
gets
none
my
of us are
moment
gonna
with
be on
JoJo.
it. It's just gonna be Elaine talking about how cute she finds
Real.
JoJo Pian, and that's gonna be the
I
whole
know.
episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be like
Sounds
2
good,
hours
sounds good.
probably.
Yeah. Well, 2 hours, assuming that we cut it down because
Cut it
Yeah.
down
It's
from the
just gonna
total 4
it's
hours.
gonna be like a 2-hour recording, but it's just gonna be 1 hour, and it's just Elaine saying Jojo Pion.
Yeah.
This is me saying Jojo Pion.
It's 2
It's like
hours, but
Elaine saying
it's actually 4 hours that we're just playing at double speed.
Oh yeah, of course, of
Elaine
course.
just saying Jojo Pion. No other words. Just Jojo Pion for 1 whole hour.
Oh.
All right.
Well, that could
is
probably
that
become a compilation at some point, to be
Oh
honest.
my
is that
God.
all? We're heading up. We're getting real close to the hour mark here. We're gonna need
Okay,
our
Um,
host
shoutouts,
for today,
We're
everyone.
gonna start
Okay.
exactly at 7, but yeah,
And-
Oh yeah, shoutouts time. Elaine first, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Go
shout
for it,
out.
Elaine.
Oh, we do this. Shout out to you guys and this whole Discord. Literally, my besties, LCS.
Where can people find
Um,
you, Elaine?
Oh, I mean, won't people watching this like no? Okay,
It's
you
just
can
good
still say
practice.
it.
Yeah, it's just good
Yeah.
practice.
Okay. My Twitter is fluff32. I mean, fluff JWI2. If you don't know how to spell it, but I like draw stuff sometimes and make some other stuff. I'm also known for being a big JoJo Pyun stan. If you did not realize that already. And so shout out to JoJo Pyun and EG and Danny. Hope he's doing better at home.
Yeah. Okay. I'm Arsh. You can find me at arshcoil13 on Twitter. I'm the guy who yelled at Thorin like yesterday or 2 days ago, depending on when you're watching this. And I will continue to do that. So if you want to see me making fun of Thorin more, you can head on over there, I guess. But yeah, that's all.
I'm Delfino. I just saw a lizard on the wall in my room, so I'm kind of nervous. But you can find me on Twitter at DecemberOli, December, and then OLI. I'm a big 100 Thieves fan. You can mostly find me talking about Closer and Someday, especially. And I will be tweeting a lot during this weekend because I'm a big 100 Thieves EG fan. And follow me if you like 100 Thieves, and if you don't like 100 Thieves, like ours.
My name is Maxi. You can find me on Gumayushi Sonsu. Sonsu is spelled with an Seonu. I'm a T1 and EG fan, but like if you follow me, you're gonna see a lot of hamsters because that's my hyperfixation at the moment. So if you like hamsters, you can follow me.
And last but not least,
I like to shout out Elaine for being such a nice person who continuously shows support for EG. Thank you, Elaine, for all the things you do for EG. And you can find me on Twitter at @Jihun, or if you are in EG Discord, you probably can find me there. And that's it.
cool. I guess that's
Okay.
all.
Thank you so much for listening. And we will probably do another episode at some point with a different host and probably a different lineup of people. If you stayed this long, you kind of made it through our craziness and our simping and our fangirl and boying. We would love to see any feedback on Twitter at any of our Twitters that we just mentioned. Thank you so much for listening to us, and bye bye.